Hi, I'm Matt with TopLeft. This video is for MSP project managers. Now, if you're in an MSP, probably you use one of the major PSA suites like ConnectWise or Autotask. And they're good at keeping a lot of information in project tickets so that you know what needs to be done for each individual ticket. But they're not very good at helping you organize your work as a project manager to know what's coming up, what is in progress right now, maybe what's getting neglected and hasn't been worked on for a while, and seeing how work is distributed in your team. The PSAs aren't very good at that. Maybe you've heard about Kanban and how it can help you make sure that your work keeps moving forward in an efficient way. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Kanban to take back control of your work. We're going to talk about a few things. One is how, as a project manager, you're going to monitor the things that need monitoring, how you're going to plan out all of your projects, not just a single project, and how to do useful stuff in a reasonable number of clicks without using your PSA. So as an example, this is a Kanban board, and this is a way that we can see what needs monitoring. It's actually very intuitive. We have a column for all of the major stages of the work as it flows through your pipeline: backlog, ready, scheduled, waiting, in progress, complete. So if you're wondering what's actually in progress today, well, you know where to find that. It is in progress here. What's complete? It's in the complete column. What is the next stuff that's queued up, ready for engineers to do? Well, that is in the ready column. So it makes it very easy to see what's going on in your organization compared to what you can do in your PSA, which is not so easy to use. Another important thing that you need to look for as when you're monitoring your projects as a manager is to look for things that aren't moving forward through your pipeline as fast as you'd expect them to. So we highlight those in a few ways for you so that you can focus in on these and do what you need to do to get them back on track. One is showing when was the last time entry on a ticket, because that's a great indicator to see if it's getting neglected or not. If the time entry was a long time ago, then we'll highlight that in red, and then you can see that and take action. We also show tickets that have been in a certain status for an extended period of time. We highlight those as well so you can see those and make sure that those get the attention they need to move forward again. Also, we show tickets where they're kind of blowing up a little bit, like this one, for example, which has more hours on it than you budgeted. So you need to see that. Also, things that have blown by their due date, we show that as well. So these are ways that Kanban offers to make sure that your attention is on the tickets that need the attention, and you don't have to focus on finding them so much. The second way the Kanban helps is by helping you manage all of your projects, not just one, because the PSAs have ways to manage projects one by one, but that's not realistic. Project managers always have multiple projects on the go, and so you need to be able to manage them all at the same time. So here we have what we call the project swim lane. So it's just a horizontal lane that groups the tickets by their project. So you can see here, these are all the tickets for one project. Here you can see all the tickets for another project. This one is obviously much bigger, has many more tickets than this one. And in fact, we have swim lanes for all of the projects here in this organization right now. So you can see what's in progress, what's complete, what's scheduled, what's ready for each different project here. We also offer another way to organize your work. If you set up the columns this way, you can have, this is something that will help you estimate when work can start, is by having a column for work that you want to do this week, another column for work that you want to do next week. You could even have a column for work that's 2 weeks out, and then finally a column for work that you're not going to schedule just yet, but you know you need to do it sometime. So you can look back at your historical stats for your team and say, you know, if my team can do about 25 tickets a week, then I know if between all of my projects on the go at once, if I put in 25 tickets for next week, 25 tickets for this week, then I'm scheduling up kind of a realistic amount of work that I should be able to expect my team to get to. And then I can tell, for example, I could tell salespeople that I have more capacity starting 2 weeks from now, for example, and they know what to sell. So that's something that can really help you as a project manager and as a whole team. So we also offer swim lanes by the engineer. So that can help you understand how work is distributed in your team to see if bottlenecks are beginning. So in this example, we actually have the first swim lane that shows tickets that don't have anybody assigned. So that will help you identify issues in your workflows, such as tickets that need to be scheduled. If anybody's going to do them, they need to be assigned to somebody. Or, for example, tickets that say they're in progress but don't have anybody assigned. That's a problem that you need to know about as a project manager. We then show the swim lanes for all the members of your team here. So it makes it easy to see who has more work than maybe they should. For example, it could be that someone has too much work in progress, or what's shown here in this example, that somebody has quite a large queue of work assigned to them compared to this member here. And so we can see that this is going to become a bottleneck. And if we want to get to the tickets that are kind of lower on the priority list here, then we're going to need to move some of those to another member. Otherwise, it's going to be a long time before this member is able to get to all those tickets. So these are things that the PSA, it makes it very difficult to see in the PSA, but in Kanban, it's quite obvious, actually. Finally, Kanban can make it just easier to use the tool and to find what you need. I think you've all experienced trying to find a specific project ticket, which in a PSA means you have to go, find the project module, you got to find the project, find the phase maybe, find the ticket, and it can take quite a few clicks actually just to find what you want. Whereas in Kanban, everything is just right here. Whether you're a project engineer or the manager, using swim lane board or not, just everything is right here. It also makes it easy to change the status. So you can just click a card, drag it over to the new status, and you're done. And that's something that can take a lot of clicks in the PSA. In fact, not long ago, I had a customer coming on board, and they described a workflow that they had made, and it turned out that the entire purpose of the workflow, managing like one ticket that represented other tickets for work for that day, they wondered how they could duplicate that that workflow in Kanban. But it turns out the entire purpose for that was just because it took too many clicks to do stuff in their PSA, and so that was unnecessary. That whole workflow just became unnecessary once they had Kanban. So that's some of the power and some of the ways that it's easier to do certain things in Kanban. Another thing is being able to assign members in the ticket here. This is a dialog in Kanban. You can assign members to your project tickets right in Kanban. So there you go. That's how Kanban can help you as a project manager monitor what needs to be monitored. It helps you plan out all of your projects and just helps you work faster by having a tool that doesn't require so many clicks to do useful things. So if this seems like a useful way for you to take back control of your work using Kanban, we'd love to talk to you and show you more about what Kanban can do. Visit us here at www.cwkanban.com/schedule-a-call, and we'd love to show you a demo and show you more about how Kanban can help in your organization. Thanks for watching.